If you're looking for small town atmosphere and comfortable beach living, then Santa Teresa and its neighboring town of Malpais are great choices. These places are out of the way of major tourist routes, so they have a laid-back, artistic atmosphere. Take a second to imagine the hills and breathtaking views of Malibu, but as a true small town. Instead of expensive houses and gated communities, there are local businesses, affordable bungalows, and miles of sandy beaches. Santa Teresa, while not the cheapest beach town, it can truly be affordable for expats and individuals wanting a taste of international living. Hi, I'm Ian with LivingOverseasTV. Today we're giving you an overview of Santa Teresa and a breakdown of the cost of living for Santa Teresa, Costa Rica. Santa Teresa is at the southern tip of the Nicoya Peninsula, farther south than similar beach and surfing towns like Tamarindo and Nasara. Compared to those booming tourist towns, it's remote and undeveloped. Beautiful vegetation surrounds the town, and you'll often hear howler monkeys calling in the trees. The town is so small, there's only one main road lined with small cafes, bars, and surf shops. You can even rent surfboards right on the beach. The average temperature is comfortable year-round, ranging from 77 to 86 degrees Fahrenheit. In this tropical climate, rainfall averages about 100 inches per year. If you want to catch some sun and hang out in the beach, the dry season from December to April is the best time to visit. But if you want to surf the biggest waves, surfing conditions peak during the wet season from April to November. I would recommend that only experienced surfers go out on the water during the wet season, since big waves can be dangerous for beginners. How much does it cost to live in Santa Teresa? The cost of living in Santa Teresa is similar to other small beach towns like Puerto Viejo, though a little less expensive than the big tourist towns. Renting a one-bedroom apartment in the town will cost around $600 a month, and outside of town is about $500 a month. A three-bedroom apartment in town with a view is about $1,600 a month, and outside of town about $1,350 a month. Airbnb seems to range from $40 to $250 a night here. This was out of my budget. We were able to negotiate in person with places that had listed vacancy. Basic utilities for a 900 square foot apartment, which includes electricity, heating, cooling, water, and garbage pickup, will cost around $90 a month. High-speed internet is about $50 a month. I went without AC here and the wind from the ocean felt great. However, if you plan to use AC a lot, expect a high electricity bill. A low-budget backpacker could get by in Santa Teresa for as low as $800 a month. I met a group of backpackers that rented a place outside of town from some locals. It was a very small place, but this group of guys were getting by for practically nothing. An expat with a mid-level budget, I would suggest $1,900 a month. This should get you a good place to live and the typical necessities. The place I stayed at was on the top of the hill. It was just wonderful waking up and having a cup of coffee and looking out over the ocean. At night, I'd hang out in the hammock, strung between some trees on the edge of the hill. The sunset view was absolutely incredible. Digital nomads and retirees wanting to live well and have Western living needs, or have a family and need a little bit more room, $2,500 to $2,800 a month should be an approximate budget for your needs. This is assuming you'll be eating out many of your meals. Cooking can always cut your budget down. Something that John Dolan, the creator of the amazing Casa Verde property in Santa Teresa, said to me was, "There's an importance to knowing how things work differently here than in the United States. You might be paying the locals to work for you, but this is their home and it's crucial that you treat them with the utmost respect. They'll remember how you treat them." In Santa Teresa, you'll find plenty of local bars, cafes, and restaurants along the main road. A meal at an average restaurant costs about $9 US. A pint of domestic beer, about $2 to $3. A cup of coffee, about $3, and a bottle of wine, about $10. I met a guy living in a van on the beach while I was out filming here. He just hopped out of his van that he was clearly living in and started harvesting coconuts right from the surrounding trees. It was a bit of a shock for me. I recommend if you need a quick snack, a local fruit stand is probably a better bet. If you have any recommendations for places to go and things to do around Santa Teresa, make sure to tell us in the comments. It really helps me provide our audience with the most beneficial information possible. It takes some time to get to Santa Teresa from the capital, San Jose, which is a plus if you're looking for a more isolated lifestyle. A car ride is over 5 hours. You can either take a ferry, or if you don't mind driving a little bit further, you can drive north to the Taiwan Friendship Bridge. Both routes take about the same amount of time. As you approach town on the road from Cabano, the road ends at a junction. If you turn left, you'll be in Malpais. If you turn right and head north for several miles, you'll be in Santa Teresa. Unless you want to explore the surrounding countryside, you probably won't need a car in Santa Teresa, since all the services are within walking distance of each other. People generally get around on bikes, all-terrain vehicles, or on foot. There isn't much public transportation, and taxis are rare since there aren't needed that much. I recommend not trying to take a taxi ride. If you do, the starting price should be around $1.20 with an additional $2.10 per mile. The roads around Nicoya Peninsula have improved dramatically over the last decade. That being said, some are still not what foreigners wish they were. If you want to explore by car, you may have a water crossing or a large pothole or two to contend with. During the rainy season, water crossings may be entirely impassable. For medical care, there's a 24-hour emergency health clinic at the junction between Santa Teresa and Malpais. There's also a pharmacy at the Playa Carmen Mall. Serious medical attention would require a trip to SEMA Hospital in San Jose. Throughout Costa Rica, you can call 911 for an ambulance, but be prepared to make your request in Spanish. Besides the excellent surfing, if you're looking for a taste of nature, head south to the Cabo Blanco Nature Reserve. This lovely park protects semi-dry tropical forest on the very tip of the Nicoya Peninsula. It was Costa Rica's first protected natural area, and it's an important seabird sanctuary. I recommend the East Entrance, which has the visitor center and more trails than the West Entrance. If you have the time, the West Entrance allows you to visit Playa Cuevas, a beautiful isolated beach and wildlife reserve. Please take a second to look at our best travel gear section on our website. A link is listed below. We highly recommend all the gear on this list. When you buy something from our link, we receive a small affiliate commission with no additional cost to you. This helps us keep bringing you these videos. Thank you for watching Living Overseas TV. We hope that you enjoyed this video about the cost of living in Santa Teresa, Costa Rica. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more cost of living guides to beautiful locations around the world, please subscribe to our channel. Make sure to click the bell icon to turn on notifications for new videos. If you have more travel information to share about Santa Teresa or other cities in Costa Rica, please leave a comment. Your support helps us to continue making these free videos to help digital nomads and expats find a place to call home.